A Utah County boy is recovering after getting into a toxic invasive plant that left him with blisters and lesions on his body.
That sounds painful. Fox 13 News anchor Brian Schnee spoke to the boy's parents, also a professional, about myrtle spurge and the dangers it poses if handled incorrectly.
It's pretty. You look at it and it's got all these fun, spiral shaped leaves.
What looks beautiful on the outside,
They have these blue-green leaves. They're pointy and kind of have a spiral arrangement as they work up the stem.
can be dangerous on the inside.
There's all sorts of nasty stuff out there that's more than just prickers.
There's a lesson to be learned about myrtle spurge, an invasive species plant that not only can quickly spread and take over a landscape, but can do some bodily harm. Most of the time, myrtle spurge grows in the foothills like it does in Immigration Canyon in Salt Lake County. But here in Utah County, it can also be found in neighborhoods. That's where Bryce Shelley and his kids found it.
We're doing it for a church activity, not so much to eliminate it, but just to make the kids aware that there are invasive species around that are dangerous and do need to be removed and carefully, and it's turned into a really good object lesson for them.
The lesson learned: when trying to get rid of this invasive species, handle with care.
I looked and there was just these blisters, these gnarly looking blisters, and a red rash that was on the side of his face. I was like, what happened?
Aubrey says her son had touched his face after trying to remove the plant.
Usually it's just people getting into it. Sometimes kids, they break it open and it has that sap, and they think it's fun to play in it, and they don't realize of the hazard.
The sap from the myrtle spurge can irritate skin and even contribute to blindness if it reaches the eye. If severe enough, experts recommend seeking medical attention.
Take precautions. You don't want to, be pulling it and rub your eye or anything like that. And you'd want to put it in a garbage bag and then take that to the dump.
They ultimately treated the blisters with hydrocortisone cream and they improved. Days later, just some scabs. A lesson learned.
People just need to be aware of it, take care of it, and also to recognize where it is and how to remove it.
And a good heads up for parents and others who don't know what's growing in their own yard.
What might be an ornamental to somebody who doesn't have kids and doesn't have to worry would be poisonous to your own kid.
In American Fork, Brian Schnee, Fox 13 News, Utah.